between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Mond looks to throw on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he goes out right around the 39.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mond. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They go play action here. Mond. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Off the play fake, Mond. Looking for the end zone. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., 28 yards. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
2nd and 4. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Flushed out right. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Fields. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond swinging this out wide here for Cook. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Mond now off of play action. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mond. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. There he goes left side. 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Left side, Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mond. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mond out of the shotgun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's bring it. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Mond looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Cook following the penalty. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mond going to throw it. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mond. Quick slant here to Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want...
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he goes out right around the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Being chased out left. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Fields now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
The 36-yard line.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bears 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go play action here. Mon. Over the middle to Smith.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Touchdown, Chicago! I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Bears 21.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.